Okay. You're 11% on this battery. Welcome to the next video. Previous one, I finished the wall insulation. I have to do the ceiling now, which I have the second light up. I'm working on wiring right now. Because guess what we finally have? That's on, by the way. Power. So yeah, so we got a new, I don't know what this is called. All it is pretty much a smaller breaker panel. Long story short, what took me the longest is realizing that, yeah, this is a white wire plugged into one of the main lugs, and yes, that is a black wire going to the neutral bar. It's because I swapped those when I was hooking that up, because I was too impatient to work for my like 3-prong, I don't know, it was an L13, something L13, I don't know. I do not know. Because I put, this had originally had a 4-prong on it. I took this from my transfer box that's under the chair. I'm too lazy at that. And I hooked up the white wire to the hot and the black to the neutral. So it's working out. It took me, what time's it now? It's roughly 1. Got here on probably 9:40ish. It took me that long to get that settled because I had my socket testers on, you know, showing that fault on there. So of course I went down all my lines and I was like, well, I thought I did a pretty good job double checking that. Because I watched Master Sparky, some smart Sparky on YouTube. And I mean, he made it pretty simple doing the outlets, and that was the thing I felt most confident on, was the outlets. Then of course that showed up on there. I was like, well, what the hell? So yeah, I don't know, but that works now. So I'm going to watch another smart Sparky video. I watched one like a few days ago, but I just need a little refresher prior to me hooking the lights up. I know for a fact I do not have all the parts I need for it, because I went to our local hardware store and I don't know, some things, like I'll say it's supposed to be some 1/2-inch thing. So of course I want everything 1/2-inch, and the 1/2-inch doesn't fit my conduit, which is supposed to be 1/2-inch. I don't know. So I'm gonna try figure that out. So it's probably because I bought the conduit at Home Depot, and they have the certain fittings for that at Home Depot, and I went to a different hardware store which has more of that straight, not the flexible conduit. So that is my guess. Yeah, it's still pretty hot in here. I just got the AC going right now because I had the power bank over there going, and pretty much the main breaker in that panel is the AC outlet on the Jackery, which I don't mind necessarily because it's just a button. I don't have to fling open the panel, anything like that. So yeah, so I think my next trip to Home Depot will probably be getting the some OSB 4x8 sheets to start covering this. I would like to start more, well, I'd just start right there, because then I think that panel is going to be about 1 inch short if it's just drilled straight into the plywood between on the studs. So I think I need to either make some type of backing for it so it sticks out an extra inch, so kind of sit flat with the normal siding we're putting on after the plywood. I don't know all the terminology. I think that you guys get the gist of it. So I have this you know, it says it's 1 inch by 2, like 1 by 2. It's pretty much a 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches. I know it's cut, then it dries and all that stuff, but I wish they would just say it for what it really is. So I think I'm just gonna cut that, stack 2 of it that way, You know what I'm saying? Jets of it, maybe, I hope. Then put them on that backing over there. So, but like I said, I'm gonna go watch a video and kind of get refreshed on that. So we'll see you guys in a bit. We got some very big news today, folks. We have pretty much finished the electrical. I think the only thing I need to run is the solar cords, which I need to order the panels I need to do that. I think I need 4 more roughly, and some more cords. You guys saw that. You guys didn't see, I ran the, I know it looks kind of rough there. I'm gonna go through and clean it up. That light got moved a bit while I was installing this. I'm gonna raise that up a decent amount, but I just want to see if I was able to do it. So, ooh, well, you guys already know what turned on. You could obviously see it. It's brighter. But yeah, boop, 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 boop. So that's just that. So this battery's already at 1%. That's just what I want to record. All I know is that I gotta go charge this generator, so I'm gonna go do that. I might take you in with the bees for just like a second. It's for grafting, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, I am, shoot, currently gotta go prep a queen bee order for today. That's getting shipped out somewhere. I'm just gonna record one. This is my last one, so I don't have, it's been raining, and I know these GoPros are definitely waterproof, but I was getting paranoid. So I finally got to the point where it's not raining that much. Looks weird that. Laying cleans. Grafting. Yeah, this one's actually going. I'll be able to spot her easy because I know she's marked. And there she is actually. All I'm doing is try to get it so she crawls in this tube here. Okay. Now she's roaming around in there. I got this loaded up with some sugar, or the bee that's tempted to sting me, and the sponges with some water in them for transport. I got cells, I'll be ready there Monday. So all I do is just take this back, we'll put a label on it. Then I gotta run to Longview, then ship it out. It's kind of messy back here. Oh, I can actually, let me go show off some of my bigger hives. Just some more nukes that I have. That's perfect for that tripod. It's like, they're gonna be so pissy with the weather because it's overcast. Like, those guys are making queen cells right now. The bees like to attack electronic stuff, but some with, I don't know, the frequency puts off, but they're just swarming this camera right now, guys. Oh, you guys definitely see them. So those are my grafting hives. This is the smallest yard I have, just because we've had a lot of rainy weather here, and bees tend to get a bit more aggressive in overcast rainy days. So I have them tucked back here so like they don't really, they're not usually aggressive when you're far away from the hive on these overcast days. So it's tucked back here enough where if we're working up there, obviously in the normal part of the lot, that's what sucks about living off the highway, is that there's trucks and they got all their brakes and stuff, those air brakes. But anyways, they don't really come up to this part of the lot. I mean, most of them are off me right now. I mean, they're not super aggressive even when it's overcast, because I just have a certain genetic that I have bred strain that tends to be just less aggressive. We get one or two that'll follow you this far, but I only keep my grafting hives out here because it's easier to manage, really. I have to do a lot more hive checks and managing them. Usually, you know, it's once every week or 2 weeks to go in the normal hives, and they're not like super in-depth checks. It's more like lift the lid, check a frame or two, and just make sure there's signs of queen. These ones I have to feed pretty heavy and kind of arrange the frames a certain way when I'm grafting. I'll cover more of that info when I start doing kind of the beekeeping. That's the one thing I do feel comfortable giving tutorials on, is like beekeeping. So I'll do that. Oh, okay. Welcome back. Where was I going with this? I have the panel on that bracket thing I was talking about, so it should line up perfectly there. Got all my knockouts or whatever, punch outs. And so what I'm gonna do next is kind of get a hole or something punched for my solar cords are gonna go, which those are, oh my gosh, I'm running outside right now. But that's the extension. Then I have like a adapter where it turns into 3 different female ends for it, so I can plug in each panel. So it'll be 3 on one cord, then 3 on the other cord. Once I get that should be here tomorrow. It is Thursday right now, so I might be able to start that tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, welcome back. We finally got the panels. There's 2 of them. I have 4 more to grab. So what I'm thinking is that for me to do this by myself, I'm gonna take the 650 and back it in here and put a ladder up there. I think that should do it. So let me go grab the rest of these panels real quick. So this is a adapter to make it so you can hook up 3 panels. To be safe, you have to have the same amount of panels on each input. So there's 2 slots on the Jackery. So I can't do like 1 on one cord, then 2 on the other, or vice versa, or like 3, then 2. It has to either be 1 on 1, 2 and 2, or 3 and 3, or as many as you can do. I think the max I can put on here is 4, but 3 should do it. So these ones are 220 watts. The ones I got from Jackery are 200, so I'll have to put obviously 1 200 on each input. These 2 inputs right here are for the solar. So what I figured is that I might just run the cords all the way up there. So I'll have to drill that out. And yeah, so guess I'll start on that right now. I'll be honest, I'm gonna stop recording until I get that untangled, because I guarantee that's gonna take a long time. So I'll get back to when I have it done. So I finally just it didn't take that as long as I was thinking it was. So let's run this. This over here so that prevents it from being tangled more. There's no way that's a tangle. Please do not be tangled. Thank God. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna hammer in that yellow one. Okay. Everything's untangled now. Jesus. So now I figured I'll literally just run it straight up. Then oofta. But I gotta figure out how to do that without it leaking too much. So yeah. Okay. I finally had everything, got back, got everything set up. So now I need to drill through the roof and attach. Well, I think I'm gonna run my cord first. I'm gonna drill through around the cord, then put those thingies on. So I pull up the 650. I'm just gonna need a ladder, then jump up on the roof. I probably should have done this a lot earlier in the day because it is super hot out. Yeah, it's hot out. It's kind of baking in here right now. Oh, where'd I put my... So now I gotta test this first. This end will fit through here. I think I will if I just do it right. Yeah, it does. So okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna get up there and get that sealed. Then we should be good. Okay, so I was planning on not being super reckless when I was doing this, just because I didn't want to call Jenna for me being hurt. So I might try something dumb. Yeah, I think I gotta move these pallets closer. I might flip it too, so I'm closer to the edge. So let me do that real quick. Okay. Okay, we're up here. That ladder's gonna be so sketchy to get back down on, but we'll worry about that when it's time to do that. Okay, now I gotta get down. Let me unwrap these solar panels and get them up there. Okay, I went home and changed into some more appropriate gear. I have the panels sitting up there. And now that I'm looking kind of back at the footage, honestly, I'm just gonna get these panels up there, hook them up so they're drawing power. Then I'll go up and reroute everything and make everything look cleaner once I have a better way to get up there safely. One thing I forgot to mention is the boots that I have on right now are not very grippy. Thumbnail, right? Yeah, kind of. Good enough. Okay. I'll be honest, I dropped you guys. That panel, I was sitting on the panel and it slid down. That was not good. Okay. Now to receive. Why isn't that working? Oh, I thought they weren't pulling for some reason. Then I went back to the generator, and now they're pulling roughly, well, that much. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I was worried about it because I went back there and it just wasn't doing anything. So, okay. This video's gone pretty long. So, I'm just going to leave it right here. I appreciate if you guys made it this far. And I do appreciate the few comments we got last video on advice for videos. I will say we got one about keeping videos shorter, but we would have, I think it would just be too many videos over us. And I know it adds up when you have them obviously all put together, but I just wanted this more as a, you know, something you can throw on in the background and have it kind of just play in the background. I mean, you don't have to necessarily pay attention, just kind of here and there, just for dumb parts. So we're gonna keep them longer. And I know I had the comment of me saying I'm a lot, and that is just something I do when I'm thinking. I'll try to get better at that. But I'll leave this video here. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching this. I'll be putting some links to the products. I mean, I'm gonna put a link to the Jackery solar and the panels I got. I know it was, like I said, it was such a long process just to get solar done. I mean, it's still not fully done. I have to hook everything up, you know, screw it down. At least it's nice out. Look how pretty it is outside. It's not pretty with all the boxes and all that stuff coming up, but yeah, so we'll have a new video, like I said, every Saturday, and hopefully we get this done here in the next few months. So it's July now. I don't even know what day it is. It's Sunday right now when I'm recording this, but aim is for September, October. And I think honestly the solar was the hardest part to do, just because it was just such a pain to get everything I needed, get up there without being sketchy. So like I said, I'll stop yapping. I know I did this last video too. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, peace out.